Hello everybody. I was so excited. I've started a little bit early and I was so excited that I misspelled project. So that's meant to say Sunshine After Rain project. So good to see you. Great to see you, Jacob. First person on the screen, Gareth, Butongate, and just waiting a couple of minutes to start. But great to see all of you. John Morris, Gilly, great to have you with me. Feels like I'm seeing old friends, Jill and Bertie as well. And I was so excited about showing you my little vineyard here that I misspelled project. So Sunshine After Rain project. It's the title, but great to see you all. Hi Bernard, really good to see you in Leicester. And as I was saying, I was just so excited about just sharing this view with you this afternoon, that I've come on a little bit early. So hi Gillian, Phil, good to see you. Rugby Scott, Paul, Tim from Lancaster. I thought there was another Leicester. From Lancaster as well. Let me know where you're watching me from. And if you are there, why not get some emojis on the screen? Let's get some sunshine and some rain for the Sunshine After Rain project. So if you're there, please join in. Just waiting one more minute. Craig Mackay from Kent, good to see you. Look at this wonderful view. So come on a little bit early. Lots of you from Kent, so it's 2 people from Kent. Hi Dominique, great to see you. I made it. And it's my Sunshine After Rain project here. So a couple more seconds and here we are. It's 6 o'clock in France, so 6 o'clock on a Friday evening, and I am just so excited to be able to show you my little tiny old vineyard here that is going to be the heart of my Sunshine After Rain project with you and Naked Wines. So if you joined me, how many of you joined me on the Zoom the other day? If you did, I showed you an aerial shot of this 4 little parcels of vines high up in the hills above the tiny village of Touchon. But while I was just standing here, I was just looking at that view. So far in the distance, I've got a Cathar castle. For any of those who know this area, it's the Chateau d'Aguilar, far in the distance on the hill. When I say far, it's a couple of kilometres in that direction. I'll just lay the land for those of you who haven't been on any of my rambles and you may not know this area. So just to let you know, behind the hills over there is the Mediterranean. So we have the beaches of Leucate, La Palme, Fitou. So the actual village of Fitou, where the name of the appellation came from. I can see some of you actually have visited me here. And then Paningran, we have in the background the village of Touchon. And behind that, about an hour and a quarter's drive in that way, is Narbonne. So if any of you know Narbonne, it's over in that direction. I'm just going to do the full pan round so you can really get a feel for where I'm standing. I was a bit worried that I might just be me and the wild boar actually at the moment, because I have got this a tiny last bit of sunshine for you. So I did what I promised. I'm bringing you from the first live here a little bit of sunshine. And here is a natural garrigue landscape. So it's just brush, boxwood, Kermis oak, and probably quite a few wild boar in there. So I've been standing here just getting a bit nervous about the wild boar coming out at me. But apparently they're quite shy, so they wouldn't do that. And so I thought for this first 15 minutes in the vineyard, I will just walk around the vineyard, show you the vines, and just let you see a bit of my world down here in the very, very south of France. And you get the general idea. And then in future sessions, we'll get into more technical things, but I can already explain quite a lot about that. I know, Gilly, wild boar, they are super tasty, and Fitou wine is just perfect with wild boar as well. For those of you as well not used to Instagram, if you do want to ask any questions, then the easiest way to catch my attention is to press the little question mark at the bottom of the screen, and you can then write in your you can then write in your question and I can pick them up at the end. So I can't pick everything up in the chat as I'm going through, but please do just chat amongst yourselves, enjoy it. I've seen one question though, wild boar will eat your grapes. You know, escape to Italy, that's a really good question, because that is one of the main problems we're going to have in this vineyard. Up until now, we haven't fenced this vineyard in. If we don't fence it in, the wild boar are going to come in and eat most of the grapes, a bit like they did last year. So this year we need to, it's going to be one of the first jobs, is to come out and put up a 3-wire electric fence to stop those wild boar coming in. So yes, good comment there on the wild boar. So let me just show you. This is one of my typical little vineyards that I have, and it's going to be the heart of my Sunshine After Rain project, that red wine that I'm making. But I thought I'd just show you this pile of stones first. You know, I dream sometimes of the soil that I had in Leicestershire in my dad's garden. Black, full of peat, really rich. This is a soil we've got down here in the south of France, in Tuchon. And all of these stones have been taken out of this vineyard. So you can already see on the floor, there's still lots of stones left, and there's lots that have been taken out, either next to me here, or you can see the stones down at the bottom that form almost like a wall. And they would have been taken out of these vineyards when they were reclaimed from the natural garrigue landscape, and they'd be taken out by hand. That is the only way to get these stones out. And Jean-Marc often reminds me, when he was young, about 14 years old, his summer job with his dad was to go out into the vineyards and to fill the trailer with stones to get them out of the way. So all of that just makes it so difficult to work, like even walking on it here. So it's me, I've got my walking boots on, but even so I have to tread really carefully, because up in this plateau here, they're actually round, well I say plateau, I'm on the side of a plateau. It's actually rounded stones. So even more difficult to walk on here. And just standing at the top here, I'm looking down. So I mentioned to you that my idea, this is where it came to me, my little dream that I had for making a wine for you. My idea is to make a Fitou as it would have been made traditionally back in 1948, when they created the appellation wine. Now, unfortunately, at the time, or fortunately, you could add in 25% of white grapes to the red. Nowadays, you cannot do that because they've changed the appellation. So I can no longer call it Fitou. So it's my Sunshine After Rain, but perhaps if you have an idea for the name of the wine as well, you know, have a think, put it on the wall, on the feed, or also put it on my wall. So I'm going to make a wine with 75% red grapes and 25% Macabeu. And why did that idea come to me while I was sitting in this vineyard? Well, because this is Macabeu here, and over here is Carignan. So even in this really small area, we've got almost what it would take to make this special blend as it would have been from 1948. So it's almost like a field blend. It reminds me of what Karen said to me. It's like, when is Fitou not a Fitou? Well, that was very clever, Karen. So here we've got Macabeu, and let me just show you. I just love these old vines. Look at this. Look at how twisted and gnarled and just basically old, and how it's grown up here. And then you can see as well, if you can't tell the age of a vine by the number of rings like you can with wood when you cut it, but to give you an idea, you can see all of these little round holes. Ooh, there's a mosquito, my goodness. Round holes here are where it has been pruned in previous years. So just looking at them, I just find them so calming and so sort of supportive and strong, that they've been here for so many years. They're solid. They've been here for 80 years, actually over 80 years, these vines. So they've seen a lot. You can see some of you have been to Paziol. Yeah, I'm just above the village of Paziol as well, Paziol and Touchon here. So good that you recognise it. And as you can see, you probably noticed, this has already been pruned. So when we prune vines, we prune them right back. Every single year they're pruned right back, and the appellation says you can only have, not that we care about the appellation for this particular wine, but you can only have 2 buds. So there's 1 bud, to get this into focus, there we go, a bud here, which is obviously dormant, and then a bud on the other side just here, and it's cut right back, so the shoot is cut right back, so you're just left with 2 little buds there. And that's where, inside there, if you actually opened up the bud, you would actually see the shoot that's going to come out of it and a little bunch of grapes that is going to come out of there for this year. So there's so much to say in so little time. So here as well, this is really particular, this Macabeu vineyard here, is because these Macabeu vineyards are planted so a horse width apart, but they're planted really narrow. It's as if the previous owner just wanted to get the maximum amount of vines onto this little area of vine, and they're not planted the same as the Carignan over here. So they're both planted a horse width apart, although it would have been a really skinny horse on the Macabeu side. But these, normally when you're in a vineyard, you can see the rows going this way. So you can see those rows there, fabulous shapes, Tim, aren't they? But here you can see the actual quite straight rows. And then when you come and look at it this way, I'll stand back a bit. It's all really higgledy-piggledy, and it's actually, they're planted alternately. So it's almost like a lozenge shape or diamond. They're planted in a diamond shape rather than square. I have no idea why. Jean-Marc asked him, he's got no idea why it's planted like that. We just think that the person that owned it wanted to get the maximum amount of vines onto here. Not sure why, because if you have more vines, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get a higher yield from those vines, because each vine needs nutrients from the soil, so they're in competition, so they will keep the yields really low. So a mystery. And then, so now I'm just going to walk round and back up to the car, which is on the hill. The signal should stay with me. If it does go a bit fuzzy, just hold on. I'll keep filming and I'll usually get back to you. So don't sign off. And if it does all go horribly wrong and you completely lose me, then the video will be put up on the IGTV naked. So you will be able to see it. So just looking at these now, it's really difficult, almost impossible to recognise grape varieties at this time of year. But here we are. Here we are in the Carignan. So here you can see wider rows, but they would have been a horse width apart because they would have been ploughed by horse at the time. And when you look this way at it, you can see they are, how far back? Oops, they are in straight lines. Quite difficult. Yeah, there's a straight line. Yeah, you can see the Diane. So I have just a little special treat for you. I bought the Diane, which is my car, with me. So if any of you would like a little trip back with me in the Diane, just to get a bit more of the scenery, it's a big bumblebee. We'll be driving back in the Diane. But just look at these views. Oh, and it's my basket. But behind my basket, I just wanted to show you this. It's a bit of sunshine, really. This is the most romantic bench in the world. This is the bench that Jean-Marc built, that he proposed to me on in this vineyard. So this is my Mere Monsieur Jones bench here. He actually built that, and to be honest, he really doesn't like this vineyard. I think it's his least favourite, just because it's so difficult to work. Because you can see you can't get a tractor in at all. So absolutely everything has to be done by hand. And it was so lovely. Like, even though he really doesn't like this vineyard, he put that bench up there in the vineyard. He brought out a bottle of champagne, some candles, and that's where he proposed to me. Right, so let's just take you, what I want to do is just take you down here around the corner, show you the views as we go, because as we walk up the vineyard we've got some Grenache on the other side. If you did see the zoom, again, if you do have any questions, then please put them in the little question box at the bottom of the screen, and I can pick them up later. But you see more stones here, just stones like everywhere. I know, it was so romantic. Diamond, light feet. It was, yeah, he is a bit of a, almost went to cropper. He is a bit of a romantic, a shy romantic. So, you look down here, these old vines. Other people, they would just rip them up. They go, these are far too old, the yields are far too low, they're not economic. Our accountant would rip them up, definitely, if he could. But thanks to you, I'm saving these vines and they are going to make another vintage. I'm so, so excited. Right, up we go, trying not to fall over. And quick look at the view. It's a signal in the time, look there. And can you, anybody know what, you see those flowers in the foreground? See the flowers in the foreground? Anybody got an idea what they are as we nip up here? You can see it's actually quite a steep hill here, so I'll take it steadily. So it's quite a steep hill, and that just makes it even harder to work as well. But now, I forgot to ask, anybody having a glass of wine? It's only 5 o'clock in the UK, but you know, hey. And this is a nice view down over the parcels. Blurry. Picture. Okay, a bit blurry. Okay, I need to keep walking. Stay with me. Don't sign off. I just went into the sort of no zone here. The signal will come back as I walk up the hill. Stay with me. Let me know when it's back. Look at this. Anybody know what that is? Let me know when it's clearer. I'm sure it will get clearer. Up here, I know I had to go through that no zone. No signal. Somebody's got Mia, you've got my rosé. That's lovely. Look, I'll show you the setting sun as I have a bit of a breather. So hopefully become a little bit clearer. And then here we're in the Grenache. So this is a little parcel. Rosemary, Tim, it is rosemary. Of Grenache here. And I just think it's almost like a little retirement home for old vines that have produced so many grapes in their lifetime, and yet we buy them, we farm them organically, and we let them have a lie down. Look at these. Literally lying down. Look, what a view, exactly. So old vines in their lovely little retirement home out to Men Jones, and they're going to bring you some sunshine throughout the year. And you see this, trying to catch my breath. Little hole here. Anybody know who made that hole? So is the picture back as it should be now? I hope so, because I'm going to show you the view over this side. A retired wine. We could have a wine for retirees, retired people. Right, so the last little parcel, and I just hope you get the idea of how it's set out. So it's just these 4 very tiny little plots on I say high on a hill, we're only at about 250 metres, 300 metres high here, actually looking down on the plain here. It's not a badger, Vivian. It's a wild boar, life to the power of food. Because you've put the wild boar out. It was. Wild boar caused so much damage. So, here's a final little parcel for you to see. And this is actually hairy Grenache. So, Liadonnaire. The Liadonnaire pelote here, which you can absolutely not tell what it is at the moment. The Liadonnaire pelote, or the hairy Grenache, actually has hairy leaves. So that would be really exciting when the leaves start to develop and we can actually do leaf identification between the different grape varieties. How exciting is that? And then look at it, just so dramatic. The whole scenery here. Look. The lonely goat. I know we could do with a goat herd up here. I'd love to have goats. Well, I like the idea. And then behind that is the Toche mountain. That rises to 900 metres behind the village of Tuchon. And I actually totally forgot that there's a curfew in France at 6 o'clock. But hey, and look at this. I mean, we've realised it is, somebody picked out the rosemary, but this bush is just absolutely gorgeous. Look, I can see if I can get the camera. Pauline, if I'm making you feel dizzy, just give me a shout. Look at that. So, as I usually do, I'm going to run a little competition now, hopefully that you're back with me and everything's nice and sharp and clear. Yeah, I'll try not to get arrested. I have got my passport on me in case I do. So let's just have a little competition. So what we do in the competitions is we just ask a question and then the first person to put it up on the screen, and I can just stand here and look at this view. So I'm going to say I just want one of the grape varieties that I can put in my new Sunshine After Rain project. So just one of the grape varieties. I know it smells lovely. It really does smell gorgeous. And I think I'm going to come back over the weekend and pick some of that rosemary and I'm going to dry it. And this is what the winner actually gets, a little sachet of these wild dried herbs. Macabeu, that is correct. Vivian and Bernard. So what I'm going to do, Vivian, you were very quick. Caroline, you almost got it, but Macabeu, you almost spelt it right. Bernard, you spelt Carignan right. So let's get Vivian and Bernard, and I'll send you both some wild herbs. And I think just to finish off my little tour, whistle-stop tour of what is going to be the heart of my Sunshine After Rain project, let's put some more sun. Let's not forget about the rain. Let's just put sunshine up on the screen. And there we have the setting sun behind the clouds. Just lovely. It's so still as well. Whoops! Oh, it's really difficult walking on these stones. So, anybody fancy a house here? A bit of a renovation project. It's an old bergerie where they would have kept the goats or the sheep, or both. Up here, it's all a bit overgrown. Can you imagine the view from there, just looking out over this? Oh, thanks for all the sunshine. Can we pre-invest in the wine? Thanks, that's a really good question, Tim. Yes, I'll let you know on my wall. So I'm looking into the details of how that could be done with Naked, and because there's not going to be that much of it. So I will let you know. I'll put it up on my wall once I've had a word with Naked. It's the best way to do it. €1. I know why you're saying that, Tim. Yeah, it would cost it. Look. Oh. And did anybody spot this? Okay, for those of you who don't know or haven't been with me before, this is my little Diane car. And what I like to do, or what you like to do, especially Vivian and Gilly, and Beth is just jump in the back seat with me, and I'm going to put my phone up and just drive a little way down the road just to show you another view. So before I sign off, oops, doesn't want to close. Now, if you haven't been in a Diane car before, or it's like a two chevaux, it's different. The wild boar have been here, look, digging around. It is slightly different. In we get, and there we go. Take the headphones off so you get the full noise of the lovely purring of the engine. And I'm just going to drive down the track, so it's a couple of minutes, but I'd just like to say thank you so much for joining me on my first live Instagram live to show you the vineyards of the Sunshine After the Rain project. I'll be doing it every month, so every first Friday of the month we'll be showing you what's happening in the vineyard. Thank you, Pauline. Almost forgot to put my seatbelt on. And also in between those I'll be doing more zooms. For the zoom, I'll put the details up on my Naked Wines wall. But here we go. I really hope you enjoyed it, and it's not over yet if the car will start. Yeah. Off we go. Right, handbrake. And feel free to chat amongst yourselves. I'll concentrate on the driving, and I will see you all on the next Zoom call. Or also, if you've enjoyed the ramble, I do my rambles during the week on a Tuesday and a Thursday. You have to get up a bit early. They're at 7:30 UK time. If anybody would like to join me on those, the next one is Tuesday, so next Tuesday. Do you think I need my headlights on? They're actually yellow headlights. So cool. Oh, talking about yellow, just spotted some mimosa. So not only have we got loads, like, loads of rosemary there. If I turn the camera around slowly, that's the yellow in the background, lovely mimosa trees. See that mimosa trees? Lovely. Yeah, and I just saw Simon was saying that a Diane car, or the 2CV, it was constructed especially for farmers, and the idea was that you could get a goat, a basket of eggs, and drive across a ploughed field and everything would arrive intact. And I don't know what the suspension is, but it's absolutely amazing, the suspension. So I think I haven't actually tried with the eggs or the goat. Sometimes I try with John Mark, but he not that often actually. He doesn't like my car. So here we are, just coming down it's like the Vineyard track. Just wanted to finish on an amazing view over the valley. Take you out of the car. Like to join me, and I'm just going to sign off here, just looking over this amazing view here of the valley. So with the car purring in the background, you can see the Toche mountain, and here panning round is the village of Touchon. There we go, and I'm going to finish on that and the outline of the Aguilar Castle right in the distance, and just say thanks so much for joining me. I hope I've brought you a little bit of sunshine, and I hope to be bringing you a lot more soon. Thanks everybody, have a good weekend, bon weekend. Bye Adam, bye Madame Pinot, Tim, on your birthday, happy birthday. Bye Warren, bye everybody.